The new meta is here and it's kind of complicated. There's a lot of moving parts. The prevent can be spread around a lot, as well as the boss. And it fails a lot. So I'm gonna tell you here how you can make it faster, how you can never fail it, and how you can make gold out of it, and why you should be doing it in the first place. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support me. Let's get into it. So, what is the meta, where it happens, and what do you get from it? So, the meta happens right here on the new part of Citadel of Sakiros, but first you need to do the meta here in Neader's rounds, the Fangs That Gnash. People are doing it right now and they're killing the boss in order to get it here. And what you usually would have to do in order to spawn it is that you would have to do events in Neader's rounds. There's gonna be a little bar here if you can't, if it's not up, and once it is up, you just have to do it, complete it, and then you'll start the meta. Now, what do you get from it? You get a lot of stuff, actually. You get a lot of currency. Ignore my horrible inventory. But you also get a beautiful hero choice chest, Eparch's Horde, that gives you a chance of, you know, getting some cool weapons, and a new back piece that looks absolutely beautiful, as you can see here. Beautiful back piece. Oh, and it has animation. Oh my god, so good. And you also get a specific box of Eparch's prized possessions that you can only acquire if you get your Astro Ward Mastery to get Finder Mastery, and look at the things that you get, you guys. You can get an insane amount of stuff. You can get rare weapons that you can only get from strikes and specific events like Drakkar, Tequatl, Aurene, and the Axe of Destiny, which is a new weapon that you can only get from here. That looks pretty okay. I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan, but look at that, Frost Saw of the Chilling, like super cool as well. And you can also get super rare infusions from different parts. Dragonblood Ether from Round's End, Frost Legion Infusion from Drizzlewood Coast, Pristine Dragon's Eye from Dragonstorm, Aurelium from Octovine, Crystal Infusion from Deadbrand Shatter, Heart of Canor from Grothmar, Confetti Infusion from Pinata, Chagegg from Chag, Liquid Aurelium from Octovine, Queen Bee from Cyril Oasis, and of course Invisible Boots from the little treasure mushrooms. All of these items worth thousands and thousands of gold. Now, you're probably not gonna get it, and I'm definitely not gonna get it when I open it right now, as you can see here, but the possibility of getting that makes the whole meta, honestly, worth doing once a day. You also get the Citadel of Sakiros Hero Choice chest that gives you a chance of, well, not a chance, you choose which currency of Secrecy Obscure to get. This is absolutely very good, as if you're going for the Obsidian Armor, you can actually choose the one that you are missing out on more. For example, for me, is the Capture Lightning, and you can also choose to get some of the currencies as well here. You could get Amalgam and Gemstone, but I would not recommend that, as it's way better to get these currencies, even if you don't want the Obsidian Armor, as you can transform it into a new weapon that is sold around 16 gold, so definitely pick one of those. Very, very much worth it just for doing that. So, very good. And you're also doing the other meta here. Anyways, you're doing this meta, which also is worth doing, as it will give you a lot of gold regardless, right? So, pretty cool. Now, how do you make this meta fast? And what is the things that you can do on it? Let me just open this little video here, and I can show you. Here it is. So I have the whole footage here. First, you'll start doing this little event where you have to collect these spell bombs, these little balls on your sky scale. You just interact with them, and you'll have to fly onto to some pylons that you want to destroy in order to break the shield. There's 3 pylons. You can spread people around in the squad if you want to, but you don't really have to. As long as people spread around and just go for the one that needs more, you probably should be fine. Once the ball is close to the pylon, you activate it with a special action key right here, and then you're done. Next part is gonna be just you going through this little what is the word? This little ley line, and you get a specific. There you go. Yeah, there you go. I got it into the ley line. No, I'm watching a Reddit post. There you go. And then you talk to Arena to get a grenade, and this grenade will be used for you guys to kill this little eyes, right? You wanna use the. Why did I read this on stream while getting my footage? This is so horrible. There you go. You get there, and you get the grenades to make those little eyeballs burnable, and then you fire them with your sky scale, and this will make you. You just have to destroy more eyeballs until you spawn the boss, and all the extractor strength is gone to the bottom, right? Then you have to kill a little boss here. It's very easy boss. You just have to see it from time to time. You might get a debuff that will make you have to go to a specific fountains around the arena. There's one there, for example. There's 3 of them to clear that debuff. This will happen in the last boss as well, so definitely keep your mind on it. After that, you're gonna have to spread your squad into 2 parts: the north gate right there, and the bottom gate. Half and half would be nice, and then you'll start. And then you're gonna be able to, to have a more or less the same pace on both sides. To make this part easier, you can just escort, keep super speeds on the escort and swiftness on the escort, so they go faster. But also remember that you want to have some people ahead of the escort to clear the ads. But also having people on the escort at all times is also important, as there's gonna be ads spawning on them. So have of the squad in each side should be they should be separated into 2 parts. Ideally, only the people that have super speed or swiftness in the escort, and the rest ahead, so they don't give super speed to each other instead of the escort, right? After this, you're gonna have another boss, a mini boss here. Let me just go. You're gonna have to kill some little things here. Do CC, it's really not that important. There's not really something to talk about there. Once you get to the bottom, there's gonna be a little mini boss here, explaining a bit of the mechanics that you're gonna have to do on the boss. Specifically, these little buffs that you can see here. You could see one as well on the other side. There's gonna be 2. One that makes you be able to lifesteal damage, the poison one on the left, and then the diamond that makes you be able to do more CC damage on the right. In this one in particular, you wanna get the CC one, the diamond. There's no really point in lifestealing here. The boss doesn't really do that much damage, and the CC that it will require a CC bar, breaking a CC bar, and it's kind of a huge one, so might as well get this buff and just kill it. You can also not remove this debuff from yourself either, unless you have a fountain. So if you get one of them, or you get the incorrect one, you will not be able to remove it until the next boss. So just get the diamond one every time in this to do better CC, and that's it. Now for the next one, we're gonna finish this, and then the boss will appear. And then this is where a lot of people die, because the boss takes a lot of time to be killed, and if you don't do the mechanics correctly, it will take even longer. Now, let's start first with the lines. I mean, the lines, you can see them here, right? They will do damage to you, and you don't want to cross through them, you want to jump through them, or you want to dodge through them. Also, before the boss starts, definitely important, put your personal waypoint, because you might die, and it takes a while to get back. If you do die, please, for love of God, a waypoint and come back. Otherwise, this will take even more time. The boss has scaled with you in mind, so definitely come back and do damage, right? Yes. You probably want to be in the middle as well, position here while doing damage. Most of the time, as it's easier for you to be able to not get hit by a lot of the mechanics that happen here, but you're gonna have to be moving around for doing those mechanics anyways. But if you don't have anything to do, definitely stay in the middle so you have more time to react. Now, the other thing that you're gonna have to think about, and this is very important, are the rifts. You can see that there's some champions there. If these champions get to the boss, this line here, Epic Essence level, will get to the max, and he will get it buffed, doing more damage and taking less damage to himself, making this way harder and way longer. So you want to kill those champions, not let them in, and close the rift that will appear here. As you can see here, it says open cryptus rift, 1 out of 6. This means that there's a rift here that's spawning enemies, right? There's also gonna be, I think it's Dagda saying, close the rifts now, so you'll have a little bit of an audio cue to know when this happens, but definitely pay attention to it. Also, there's gonna be greens. There's a green right there in the champions, which is pretty funny, that you want to get inside. If people don't go inside of it, you will get teleported into another dimension where you have to kill a mini boss, I guess. And then when you come back, you're gonna have a debuff that you wanna get to these little phantoms on this side to remove yourself from it. Otherwise, it'll just take you damage more and more and more. So definitely keep in mind that. Now, you can see that there's little buffs. Each of these little buffs will make the fight easier for you in a different way. And there's a great person who posted this on Reddit. As you can see here, he just went in and he realized what every one of them does. It's actually, they do the exact same thing that they do in the Fractal as well, which is super, super nice. I also made a little comment here because they didn't put the colors, so I'm just going to read mine. Swords is red and will make you increase incoming and outgoing strike damage. So the damage that is done to yourself will go up, but also the damage on power damage that you do will be bigger. This is probably, for power, the biggest damage increase that you get. So if you want to do big damage, this is definitely one to get. Shield Blue makes you lower incoming and outgoing damage. So honestly, I would not pick this. Things don't really do that much damage in this boss. It's just a very, very slow boss, so I would not recommend getting this one. Diamond Orange, Malice Bersercy. This is gonna be the most important one to think about, as the boss every 25%, it'll get a CC bar that is insanely big. Let's see if I can find it. It'll be insanely huge, and holy fuck, you wanna have this buff, and everyone should be getting this buff when this happens. So whenever the boss is like, I don't know, like, you know, 55%, go to a fountain to remove the buff that you have and go get the diamond one. Otherwise, it'll take so long for you to actually do the CC bar, and the boss will just be here for a long time, and you might actually even fail. So definitely do that. That's what I was doing right there. I was getting the little the little buff. Also, you're gonna have Fist, which is green, that gives you better boons and condis, but take more damage from condis. If you're a condi damage build, you can get this to do more damage, and it'll be very good. Wrench Purple is my favorite one personally. It reduces activation time for skills. It's essentially like a Alacrity. The cooldown will be slower on all your skills, but it's super Alacrity. You have Alacrity and this as well. It makes it super fun to play with, and I really like it. But you'll take more damage every time you use a skill, so you're gonna essentially be killing yourself slowly by doing this. If you have good healing, it probably shouldn't really matter, and this boss doesn't really take damage. It gives you damage anyways. If you really, you know, if you're like me and you want to just have fun, go for this one, dude. It's super fun, it's super cool, it's probably the best thing about this meta, for me at least. And for the last one, Poison Yellow, Gluttony, lifesteal from attacks, but take periodic damage. This one, I mean, it's kind of fun, but I don't really see it. I don't really see why you would take this. Same thing for Shield Blue. Just, it's way more important to do more damage in this boss anyways. So there you go. Definitely though, remember that in order to get if you want to change buffs, you will have to go to the fountain to remove the one that you have and go back, right? That being said, that's it. That's essentially the boss. And it's a lot of people are having a lot of issues with it. Because it has a lot of health. It takes a long time to be killed. But look, honestly, I don't know why NID is so obsessed with making bosses so long. This boss would be much more fun if they didn't do that. But I guess here is where we are. But if you do all these things, it should take less time. And also, the important thing is that, you know, to share this around so people know what the fuck to do in this boss, because it's not very intuitive what you're supposed to be doing. Ideally, also, you probably should be having people, maybe, you know, one person, or divide the subgroups in two parts, so there's always someone in rifts. But honestly, they should just walk to the rift and just be in the middle and check for the rifts when they are opened. So yeah, I mean, the biggest thing that I think about this boss is that, one, other than it just takes too long, is the fact that I really hate the fact that it doesn't move. It's just sitting there. It doesn't do anything. Like, all the walls just go through there and they attack you and you want to dodge them, right? Of course, but it doesn't really feel like you're fighting the boss. It feels like you're fighting the arena. Like, the boss is just like a golem, and that just feels bad, and I really don't like that. So yeah, there you go. Tell me what you guys think. Let me think it's worth doing. Definitely worth doing every day, though. I would definitely recommend it for the rewards. Yeah, there you go. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And go to my Twitch and follow me there if you want to watch me live, as we recorded this live. So there you go. See you guys around. Love you all. Bye-bye.